Hey y'all, I am back finally with this month's Get Crafty Box. I'm a little late on this and I do apologize for that. We've had a lot going on here. Just in the past week, we found out that our French Bulldog Pippa had what's called IVDD. She had to have back surgery. And now she is paralyzed in the back end, but anyway, other than that, she is currently doing great, and we're learning basically how to care for a dog with special needs, but she's totally worth it. So anyway, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things here at the shop, and so now I'm filming this video, and let's just do it. I apologize, I don't have everything all neatly put together like I normally do, or I feel like I do. I'm doing good right now just to kind of do it. So anyway, let's just do it. We're gonna make it, and then you can see it. Okay, as usual, you're gonna get everything in your kit that you need to make this. You will have a paper plate. I'm out, right? I've got to get some more. So I have now put my paint on something that I have to wash, but that's okay. Anyway, let's just get right into it. We're just going to go for it. So you will have some wipes, and we're actually going to paint with these wipes. So we're going to start with these pieces. Now, these two pieces are part of our base, and we're going to paint them brown, unless you just feel like, being a rebel with the colors that you're given and you want to paint them a different color. So I'm getting one of my wipes, and I'm going to get my brown, and I'm just going to wipe it on. If you it can almost kind of take on a stained effect, and I kind of like that. Almost said it makes it look like wood. It is wood. But, you know what I mean. Stained wood, not just plain wood. So we're just gonna, just kind of wipe it. If it's not dark enough for you, let it dry a little and wipe some more on. So just gonna get more, kind of. Pippa's right next to me chewing on her bone, so you might be able to... Oh, wow, she's really chomping on it. You might be able to hear her. Alright, let's see. Okay, so I actually kind of like the way that looks with one coat. So now I'm going to do this one. I'm going to be kind of careful because I don't want to, goo all up the inside there. But... I hope you can see this. Yeah, okay, good. Alright, if I do get some on the inside, just kind of poke your... Hold on. Okay. Alright, anyway, back to it. Here we go. Whoops. Okay, so there we go. Okay, done. All right, so that's those two pieces. I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm not gonna worry about painting this piece. It's gonna kind of be like a brace on the back, and there's no need. I'm gonna set it aside, and I'm gonna grab these pieces. Hey. No. Hey, no. Hey. Okay, Anyway, with these pieces, you will have 2 shorter ones and 2 longer ones. Grab your other wipe. Okay, I'm going to use the antique white color. I'm going to use the antique white color, and I'm going to wipe it on. It's not super different from the color of the wood, honestly, but it does kind of even it out, and you can coat it. You can coat it on there. All right. I'm gonna wipe the edges because I keep wiping it over the edge, but you know, you can use a clean area of your wipe to do that. And you know, once I'll kind of put a light coat on each one, and then I will go back and look at them and see if I feel like I need a little more. If you get any fuzzies on here from the wipes, you can try to wipe them off now, or you can just sort of wait until you're done and just kind of brush them off. This has been a very long week, and I'm glad things are getting better. I'm glad Pippa's home, and you know, now we're just trying to find our new normal. In case you have questions about IBDD, it's intravertebral disc disorder. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, to sum it up, Pippa had some herniated discs that were pressing on her spinal cord and caused her not to be able to use her back legs. As soon as I discovered this, you know, I called my vet. She was really great. You know, she checked her out, discovered the problem in her back. We got her to the small animal hospital at UGA in Athens, and they did her surgery that night. They were really great. You know, unfortunately, it didn't work, but we knew that going in, that there was a, you know, strong possibility it wouldn't work, but we had to try. So anyway, we're thankful that we have her with us still. And apart from not being able to feel her back leg, she's pretty much perfectly healthy, and she thinks that she should just be able to do everything that she could do before. So she's going to be a learning time for her too. All right, so after you get these painted, grab your brown, your white with the brown, and I'm going to kind of come around the edges like this and almost like add a little, distressing, I guess you would say. You can do this as much or as little as you like. You don't have to do it at all if you're not into that look. If you get too much, you can always come back in with your other wipe. Like, I don't know. I prefer a little bit more subtle of a look than this. This might be a bit much for me. So maybe I'm going to kind of come back in with this and sort of, oh yeah, I like that. I like sort of the faded look. So see, all I'm doing is sort of going back over and almost like blending it with this white that I did the background with. Yeah, I like that a lot better. It's not over the top, you know, but it's all to your taste. Maybe I'll, you know, the little on the edges. But yeah, so something like that. I'm getting fluff from where the corners are scraping. Oops. Ooh. See, you just go for it, and then, you know, you just keep going back and forth until you get it the way you want it. I feel like that one looks too regular right there. I need to, yeah. Okay. 2 down, 2 to go. Almost said 1 to go. I can't even count today. All right, so yeah. Anyway, with the IBDD, there was nothing. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that sometimes happens, especially with, you know, certain breeds of dogs seem to be, I think, more susceptible to it just because of the way their bodies are built. There's really kind of no way to know in advance that it's going to happen. It's nothing that we did or didn't do. It's unfortunate. It's one of those unfortunate things. So anyway, we've decided that we're just gonna show the world how, you know, you can come back from this, and even if they can't walk, it doesn't mean that they can't live, you know. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I am happy with those. Okay, so brush them off a little bit. Okay, so now anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do some gluing. Let me grab my glue. Okay, in your kit, you're gonna get a tiny single-use glue, super glue, and you'll just pop the cap on, twist it, it'll pierce the foil, and you can use it, and then you throw it away when you're done. I'm just gonna use my trusty Gorilla super glue, and, you know, that's what we're gonna do. So, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to go ahead and do a little gluing. Let me get so this is my base, and these are gonna stand up in it. Look at that mess. Got a mess, and it's okay. Just move it. All right. So, this one goes on the bottom. This one you want to line up, you know, just right over this top, so that the so that the holes line up, okay? That's very important because these need to be able to stand down through both of them. So I'm going to I think I might be getting a new super glue because I think this one might be used up. No, there's some. All right. So, don't get crazy with the super glue because you don't want super glue oozing out everywhere. Just kind of, get a little bit along and along, and then you want to line, I kind of get one end, try to line one end up and then go for the other end and then just keep looking, make sure I've got it lined up, and then press and hold. Usually 10 seconds or so, maybe 15. You want it to stick. Okay. I feel like I still need to hold it a little bit longer. All right, so okay, we've got this. Now we're gonna take our boards here. Let me set that aside. So, when you're looking at them from the front, they go short, tall, short, tall. So I'll show you. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. They go tall, short, tall, short. Sorry. I am crazy. Okay. Anyway. So it'll be, they'll be lined up next to each other like so. All right. We'll paint our letters, and then the flower will be like the O. Now this whole piece is going to be interchangeable so that you can change it out periodically and something else becomes the O in the home, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. This strip is gonna get glued on the backs of these, but we do not wanna glue the back of this one. This is kind of a brace to hold them all together so that they stand up nice and neat together and they don't flop at all, and it will support this one, but it's not gonna be glued, okay? So let's move these really quick. Move our letters, we'll move our flower. And what we wanna do is kind of flip this over. So like this. All right. So essentially, it's like this. So looking at it this way, you'll have short, tall, because it's H, flower, M-E. All right. Now this piece we're gonna glue, but we want to make sure that we're only gluing it to this one, and this one. Skip over this one, okay? So I'm gonna kind of put my finger right here so that I know I just need glue down this part here, and this glue is almost done for. And then about right there. So, that was a very technical thing I just did there. So now, that's where my glue is, that's where my glue is. Lining it up, and ta-da, it goes on the back of those. And hold it down. Now, this one will still be able to slide out, and you can change it out. And these will all stay together so it doesn't wobble around. Alright, now, while we're waiting for that to dry, let's paint our letters and our flowers. Okay. Whoops. My letters are going to be black because that kind of goes with everything. So you'll grab one of your sponges, and the fat end is what you dip in. Dip, you know, get a decent amount on there and then pat some of it off just so it's not so goopy, because you don't want to have it running down the sides of the letters. And then just tap it on, and they're going to start to blend in with my table because it's also black. And I'm just tapping right back in to where I tapped it off. It's a little goopy, so but anyway. All right. Okay. Letters are painted. You can go back and do any touch-ups that you need. You can also feel free to not paint these black. If you want to use one of the other colors, go for it. Alright, so anyway, my letters are painted. Now I'm going to work on the flower. So, let me grab my flower. Now you have your flower, and then you have the little tiny middle part here. So, here's what I'm going to do. You're going to have more than one of these. I am conserving, so I'm going to snip off a little black end here, and now I've got a clean place to pick up with on my flower. So I think I'm gonna do the stem first with my green. Blot some of that off of there. I don't know why I squirted out so much paint for this little flower. Crazy, I guess. I'm just using kind of the edge of it to get up in there. I've got some paint on there, but it's not a huge deal. You could also dip like this skinny end in if you want to, and to paint that little area. That's probably what I should have done, but oh well. I like to show you all of the problems so that you know how to fix them if you come across them. I am satisfied with the way that looks, and I'm gonna now snip again. Snip. Okay. All right, now for the top. Another thing you could do is you could take your wipe and kind of wipe off, or try to wipe off some of that excess right there. It's only a teeny bit came off, so I say don't worry too much about it, but you know, that's just me. All right, so I'm going to get into my light blue. And again, you can, change this up. But I'm going to go on, paint my flower with the light blue. too much, too much. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my dark blue. I'm not even gonna cut this. I'm gonna just blot some of it off, because you can use the blue, like you can dip a blue into another blue and it's not gonna cause any kind of weird issues. So I am gonna get a little bit of dark blue on here, and I kind of blot some of it off, and then I'm gonna kind of, you know, put some around in here like this. Now this looks ugly at the moment, but that's okay. I'm gonna kind of get my end here and I'm sort of blend it a little. I just wanted to have kind of some two-tone stuff going on there. I think I'll get my little tiny end in like that and sort of, you know, come in like this and sort of blend it out like that. Ooh, yeah, that works better. So I just got like itty bitty bit on my end and I blotted it off a little, and now I'm just sort of patting it on. You know, if it's too much, put a little bit more of the light blue back on. I just wanted it to sort of be darker near the middle and, you know, lighter on the ends of the petals. Again, this is an optional step for you. If you don't want to do this, don't do it. But I say give it a try. I mean, don't not do it because you're afraid you're going to mess up, because everything is fixable pretty much. You know, even if you're scared it's gonna not look good, just give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You let it dry and you paint back over it with the light blue. You know, no big deal. So there we go. I think I like that. I think I might come in with a teeny bit of the light blue and sort of come back on the ends of those a little. Just not even a lot, just a smidge. So yeah, this is what I was going for. This takes a little sometimes it takes trial and error. Okay. Now, my middle, I'm just going to paint it with the dark blue. Let's see. All right. There we go. So there's my flower. I have my letters. Let's start putting stuff together. Okay, so now remember, this is, see, yay, that didn't get glued. That's what we were wanting. So here's our thing, and thank you, Pippa. It's gonna sit right in our base. I'm getting my arm licked. So just stands right in there like that. It's got a little wiggle room where it can slide. So see, this is why we wanted to have the brace on the back. And then this one will slide right on in. If you can actually, you know, get it in there. There we go. I just didn't have it lined up. Okay, so here is how it looks. I don't even know if you can see that properly. Let's see. Let's push that one up because he's hanging out a bit. But yeah. So it'll look like that. And now we've got to attach all of our stuff on. Okay, so let's take these out of our little base, put that over there, and let's glue stuff on. All right. So now don't line it up all the way at the bottom like this, because remember, you've got, you know, about 1/2 inch at the bottom that is going to be hidden. So I say, you know, just kind of put it up a little. I'm not putting it all the way at the top, but I'm gonna maybe center it and then scoot it up just a tad. So H, M, E. I mean, you could measure if you want to, but who's got time for that? And I'm not putting a ruler in there. So, I mean, I guess if you want to use like a, you know, some sort of finger unit or something, you could do that. But let me make sure you can even see this. Okay. All right. So that's how that goes. I'm going to go ahead and glue my letters first because my flower is still a little wet. I'll give it a little bit longer to dry. But anyway, basically, glue. Glue, 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 glue. I don't have to get crazy with it, remember. Glue on the back. Get it where you want it. And apply pressure. Making sure to not glue your hand to your piece. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do my M. Sorry. Hey. I'm gonna do my M here. Come on, glue. I like squeeze every bit of glue out of these before I throw it away. I try not to waste stuff. Try to use it all up. All right. So I'll get my M in place. You know, I'm just eyeballing it. Remember, this is yours, so as long as you're happy with the way it looks, then that is the most important thing. You know, this is supposed to be fun. There's not supposed to be a lot of you know, pressure. So, all right. Alright, here we go. Finally got some to come out on my E. Alright. I'm trying to kind of make sure it looks like the bottoms of the letters are even-ish. And hold it down. Okay, now flower, I'm gonna actually, well, no, I'll leave it so I can see where it is in relation to everything else. Okay, so I'm gonna put my flower on just like this. Oh, I'm about to have to get a new glue. Come on, let's finish this. Let's finish strong. Okay. All right. So, flour. All right. Flour's on. And our little flour center. I'll just kind of drop that in there and then slide it to where I want it to be. When you're doing with super glue, sometimes you have a very short window to slide things to where you want them to be. But, you know, it's doable. So, ta-da, I'm done. Now this is ready to be just put into the base, and I can put it on display in my home. I hope you enjoyed this. You know, if you want to subscribe to the Get Crafty Box, it is $30 a month, and you get everything that you need to make it. You don't have to have anything else. So, let me know what you think. And if you do want to subscribe to the Get Crafty Box, you can do so on my website, downtowncrafthouse.com. Just click shop at the top. Okay, bye.